God bless you and welcome back to the channel Kingdom Crown Music Ministries. I am Prophet Kenneth Emmanuel Thornton, and on today, God is telling you to speak up. Speak up, saith the Lord. This particular word can be found in the 31st chapter, 31st division of 31st chapter of Proverbs, verses 8 and 9. And it reads, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy, saith the Spirit of the living God." And on today, God is telling us that the enemy is wreaking havoc in our communities and in our lives because we are afraid to speak up. See, if you like me, I come from a no snitching culture in the hood. In a lot of these communities, it is frowned upon, especially among young people who don't really understand. It is frowned upon, and the enemy has instituted this no snitching campaign within these communities, and it's become a culture, so to speak. Whereas babies are getting killed, all type of lawlessness is taking place, and people are either afraid or abiding by the G code and don't want to speak up. Now, I'm not one that is a proponent of doing criminal activity with someone else and then you getting caught and you ratting out the people that you've done it with. That's what I consider snitching. Okay? But every man must pay for the deeds that he's done. And just because I got caught doing what I was doing doesn't mean that I should incriminate other people who didn't get caught. Now, that was my thought process when I was of the world. Okay? And that portion is still my thought process. I still believe that if a certain individual gets caught doing criminal activity where no one gets harmed or no one gets hurt or killed, then that's on you, buddy. You got caught doing it. You did the crime, do the time. Don't implicate anybody else. But we are living in a day where babies are being killed and people are being maimed and murdered. And no justice is coming forth because people won't speak up. We are living in a day and time where children are being abused in many ways. And people won't speak up. We are living in a day and time where women are being abused in a sexual capacity. And people will not speak up. And the devil, the enemy, the adversary loves, and I repeat, he loves those who believe in not snitching, who believe in not speaking up, who believe in just sweeping things under the rug. These generational curses that are going on where Uncle so-and-so is molesting the young girl in the family and no one will speak up. It's just being swept under the rug. year after year, decade after decade, generation after generation, and the enemy loves it. And God is saying, no more. God is saying, now is the hour to speak up. For those who can't speak for themselves, now is the time to speak up for the righteous. Speak up for those that are poor and in poverty. Speak up for those that are unjustly accused. Speak up for those that are unjustly imprisoned. It is your time to speak up, because the enemy loves the fact that everybody's quiet. Everybody's looking the other way. In a lot of these communities, there are a lot of turned head and closed eyes. And the entire family knows exactly what's taking place. And this is causing the generational curse to continue. It's causing the generational curse to flourish. And it's causing the lives of many, many, and when I say many, I mean young people included, especially young people. It's causing many young lives to be destroyed. God is saying it's time for you to speak up. It's time for you to tell the enemy, tell them devils that we ain't riding on that anymore. We're not riding on this any longer. We're not going along with this generational BS any longer. We're not perpetuating this generational curse any longer. Now is the time to break the generational curses, to truly set the captives free. And people wonder why their community can't flourish. Why murder, drugs, mayhem continues to engulf your community and your communities, and particularly the black community, because we, more than any, have bought into this lie, have bought into this deception of no snitching, of keeping quiet about the murder, of being afraid to tell them you can't sell drugs on this block. There's a school right there. You can't sell drugs on this block. There's kids playing right there. When will you stand up, saith the Lord, and be men and women in your community? Real men and women. And I ain't talking about snitching on nobody. But the enemy, the devil, the adversary, he flourishes in environments that are laced with fear, apathy, turn heads, and no snitching. See, people are so concerned with being called a snitch, they'll let the little kid get molested. They'll let the murderer who shot the kid in the head go free. They know exactly who killed who. But they won't say a word. And the vicious cycle goes on and on and on. The vicious cycle of the enemy goes on and on and on. Speak up, saith the Lord. Judge fairly, saith the Lord. Defend the rights of the poor and those who don't have a voice of their own. We let all types of injustices take place in our community, in our daily lives, in our families. And God is saying on today that this is the day and this is the time that the curses be broken. But in order for the curse is to be broken, there is going to have to be some people that are going to have to stand up and speak up, saith the Spirit of the living God. You're going to have to stand up and speak up. And if you don't, nothing in your situation or your circumstance will change. Nothing in your community will change. Nothing in your environment will change. So stop all the marching, stop all the protesting, stop all of this and all of that, and do what God says do. Speak up. Speak out. And send the enemy to flight. I pray that this message has found you in health, wealth, and wisdom. Once again, my name is Prophet Kenneth Emmanuel Thornton with Kingdom Crown Music Ministries. Until next time, take care. God bless. Peace.